demographic. So he was very, let's just say, assertive in how he went about identifying pocket groups, festivals, any gathering whatsoever on the weekend, going to work, from work. He would start a conversation, and believe me, he wasn't shy. And he would basically carry through with the conversation that I just kind of gave you a sample of. Every week, he generated on average 12 to 15 inquiries just from network referrals, people that he met. And that's people that he set interviews with, not just names. Out of that, 2/3 of everyone that he talked with enrolled into school. That's unheard of. What is the rocket science here? Doing it. Choosing to commit to developing something that you've got a natural gift for, and that is to be able to have a conversation and also have a passion on helping people. The next source that we can consider are those of, well, let's say various other referrals from students, from alumni, being able to engage with even current employers. Because all those folks know people that aren't where they want to be. Also, I would network with your staff. They know people in different network groups that also need to be considered. When we're looking at marketing outreach, how effective or how committed is our campaign to reach out into different communities and connect? With our current database, have we identified zip codes or areas, pockets that no matter what we do, we just can't connect with these people or get them to come in for an interview? It may be too far in their minds. It may be, inconvenient as far as the drive. They just won't get off the sofa. So after a while, from experience, I can appreciate you've got a significant number on or in your database that are from those kind of pockets, zips, areas that, frankly, waiting and being reactive isn't working. No matter how many times you call them, it's not working. So I propose this. Set up your outreach events in their surrounding areas. Bring the school to them rather than having them come to the school, and then schedule them to attend one of these, you could say, career evenings, where you could have an employer, or you could have an instructor from the staff with your admissions people, and give them a little bit of, constructive insight into the program or programs that you've got, so they can, let's say, latch on to something that they haven't. There's hope. There's an opportunity there. Something that they've been, let's say, not willing to pursue and kind of turning their back and running away from. Once we get them in front of us, it presents so much potential to them and to the school to tap into areas that we've just been unable to get into. I've done it. I've seen it. And it's exciting when you see, let's say, limited opportunities turn into huge potential and growth opportunities. From those kind of, let's call them career seminars or career evenings, you want to individualize by setting interviews. That way you can personalize your attention and really tap into what their motivational core is, truly. It's a lot easier to stretch and make the drive when you're connected for your reasons on why you're motivated. So these are big opportunities. I also suggest that you break it out and check out the conversion rates on all your company-developed inquiry sources, your whole company-developed campaign. What kind of conversion rates are you getting there? How many are you connecting with? How many are you setting, et cetera, et cetera? I want you to do the same once you implement this personally developed campaign and separate that and identify what your conversion rate's here. Now, it's one thing, again, in a personally developed source just to get a name. But we're more interested in getting a set than just a name out of each one of our sources here. And then track it. I know I did that the past couple years, and I know nationwide, as far as inquiry to start, I see the numbers around 8-12%. With personally developed sources, it's crazy. It's anywhere from 40 to 60%. So, it's a choice. The biggest hurdle is getting staff to really buy in and commit to being part of the equation rather than and being proactive and being involved and committed. Now, you may ask, well, how do I turn a veteran who's used to getting this many inquiries and doing this and that, and they've been pretty consistent, but how do I get them to buy into doing more, not less? Well, usually veterans are very proud of what they've done and who they are, and they're usually right at the top of the totem pole when it came to being productive, impacting people, and they're very proud of that. Now, initially, you may not see a lot of traction from your vets, but once they see some of your newbies, not trying to overanalyze or, let's say, hold them back because of what they don't know, and that is they move straight ahead. They commit. Now they're setting more interviews, seeing more people, getting more results than your veterans, and that's not going to fly until once your veterans see what's going on, they're going to jump on board, and that's exciting. I've seen that over and over. Maybe initially, again, you may see a little bit, but not the hitting the potential that they're capable of hitting. And using the time as wisely as they need to use it. And appreciating the sources. and all the variables that enter into developing their personally developed inquiry business. Taking that ownership. Okay, so simplify for your staff. What does winning the day look like on a daily basis? What can they commit to when it comes to generating personally developed inquiries? Now, you're going to hear a variety, but also get their plan, their strategy on how they're going to go about generating those personally developed inquiries on a daily basis. And it hopefully will vary a little bit, but also you're going to get an idea of where their comfort zone is right now, on what they or who they can approach and what they can do with it. But you'll also identify some of the areas that you can help them on and get through and make that a strength as well. So right away, and again, we're not putting any company developed inquiry in the back seat. To the contrary, because the more and more company developed inquiries we generate and the more people we convert from that source, the more personally developed inquiries we generate. It goes hand in hand. Okay, so what is your next step? What's your next step is stay with your marketing process, your plan, all the checks and balances, knowing what your budget is, knowing what your history is and conversions, knowing that you've done enough to where it is going to improve this quarter. But also take a look, and I really stress this, take a look strongly at your personally developed inquiry sources. They don't cost anything except a commitment level by the staff to be a part of the solution. And it's something, and this is what's beautiful, it's something that they can control. And that way we don't have to hear about anything that we can't control because there's too much time in their hands. They don't have enough inquiries to work. Okay, I left you with a lot of food for thought to get busy on. Hopefully you're going to start seeing a lot of benefit from that. If you need a little bit of individual assistance in putting this plan together or educating who needs to be aware of the detail on the processes, methods, and all the source options, let me know at results@eliteconsultants.net. Or you can even call me at 704-236-1899. I'm going to leave you with that thought. Get it, run with it. Have a great weekend. This is Bill Clary. Until next time, take care.